CBS New York is dedicated to breaking the stigma around mental illness. A big part of that mission is to talk openly about difficult topics like depression and suicide. A new book has just come out. It's called Blackbird, a mother's reflection on grief, loss, and life after suicide. And joining us now is author Betsy Thibaut Stephenson, whose son Charlie died by suicide in 2022. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here and telling this story, because I think it reaches so many people who want to be able to talk about what you are talking about. Tell me about Charlie.
Charlie's my youngest child. He has two older sisters, and he was always Mr. Cool, Mr. Easy, like even from earliest baby days, right? The house could be full of chaos and noise, and he would just be sitting there watching and observing, and just very gentle and kind and emotionally available to all of us and to his friends. He was the kind of guy that people turned to kind of vent or, talk through their problems. He was, he literally stepped between a bully and his target in high school and took one to the nose. So he was very much about other people. And we were so proud of that. This was genuine. It was who he was. He didn't ask for much. He didn't expect much. And yet when he got sick with depression, I think those very qualities that were so beautiful may have made him more vulnerable, because it made it hard for him to ask for help. It made it hard for him to, I could see him, knowing his personality, he didn't want to impose on us. And yet depression is not something that you should try and tackle by yourself. And he was 21, he got really sick, and he was working very hard, but unfortunately, he was no match for depression.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of secrecy and a lot of stigma around mental illness. Talk a little bit about that. And your family decided to be very open about what happened from the start.
Yes, we made a decision as a family, right when we came together after he died, that we were going to be forthcoming about cause of death. And our thinking was that this is hard enough anyway, right? We have this terrible loss, the shock and the trauma of losing our brother and son. And yet we didn't want to add to that heaviness by having secrets and by having to go through, who have we told or what have we told? Like, that just complicates an already very complicated situation. And we are not ashamed of Charlie. He got sick. And his illness killed him. There's no shame in that. But suicide is very complicated, and it is taboo. It's hard to talk about. And so I think people were a little surprised at how vocal we were about cause of death. And yet, ultimately, that decision came back, and I think it has really helped our family, because it made it easier for our community to support us. They didn't have to tiptoe around us. They knew, and we knew that they knew, and we could just focus on the reality that Charlie was gone, and that helped all of us.
In your book, you say, if you think you need help, you do, and people should take steps to get that help.
Yes, I think it is so easy to underestimate depression. The symptoms of depression, one of the main ones is lethargy and fatigue, right? And most people are familiar with that depressed state. And I think it's very easy to conflate that with the fact that it's weak. If it's slower, it's weaker. And that is not true. Depression is strong, and it's sneaky, and it is not something that you should try and take on by yourself. There are professionals that can help. Family and friends can kind of help you get your footing. And so if you're feeling overwhelmed or you don't know what to do, reach out to someone, anyone, and that can be an important step to healing.
Is that what you are hoping people take away from this book?
Yes, please just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to talk about it. it is, you know, we all feel overwhelmed. We all feel helpless. And that is not something that we need to hold inside. And it can be treated.
Betsy, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Betsy's book is called Blackbird. It's available everywhere books are sold. And if you or anyone you know is in suicidal crisis or emotional distress, call 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, 24/7.